In 2012, Tanu Narang and her brother Bhuvan decided to give expression to their love for food, beverage, and many other things in the hospitality industry. They set up something called the Little Door, or the TLD as it is popularly known, and everybody in Mumbai and perhaps in other cities across India actually congregates to this place on Sundays, in the evenings, during the afternoons, to have a relaxed drink, great food, and listen to great music. With me here today is Tanu Narang, one of the partners herself, who's going to tell us a little more about what success means to her. How important is it to study entrepreneurship to be such a successful entrepreneur, and a lot more. Hi Tanu.
Hi Mini.
Tanu, if you could tell us, you started the Little Door TLD way back in 2012, so
Yes.
it's like 5 years plus.
5, yeah.
Almost 6, wow. So do you recollect what the first year was like and what were some of the tough lessons, if any?
Oh, it was too much fun. So we
Okay.
we were always on the floor. I used to be at the cash counter. Bhuvan used to be at the bar. Our friends used to be serving.
Wow.
So it was like one family doing everything together.
Excellent. Okay.
So our
So
team
didn't
was
really feel like something
no,
strenuous or
not the
starting
first
something.
year. After the first year,
Okay.
when you know that you've made something out of the place,
Okay.
then it becomes difficult for you because
Sure.
you have to sustain after that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The first year was fantastic.
So how difficult was the second year then, and why?
So second year we realized that now we are set and now we can just move back and do other things in life, and now is the time that you are not needed at the place as much. You're not
Okay.
needed here every day. But then when you move out for a month or so and you realize no, that's not how it works,
Okay.
and you have to be there at your own place, looking at your own things, see that everything is going
Wow.
perfect, everything is being served perfectly. You just have to be there.
So you think that personal attention and supervision is something which an entrepreneur must always give to their business?
I agree on that. You have to be there to look into things yourself, otherwise it's of no point starting a business and not being there yourself.
But then where does empowerment and teamwork and sort of delegating come in?
So even when you're there, you're delegating work.
Of course.
But it's just that you have to be there for people also to be motivated to work.
Sure.
When they see
Sure.
you work, they automatically start
Of course,
working.
of course.
So that's the kind of culture that we have built, that if the owners themselves are working, so there is no owner, manager, server, captain here. Everybody works together here.
Wow, that's so nice.
So that's the culture we built here.
Wonderful. So tell me, Tanu, if you were to sort of give tips to a lot of youngsters today want to sort of join this food and beverage bandwagon, if I may say so. They think it's a very glamorous industry. There's a lot of money. You sort of hobnob with the right kind of people. So do you think this is a good time to get into the food and beverage business?
I think it's a fabulous time to get into the business. One, because people have started traveling a lot. It's easier for people or for us as entrepreneurs to tell people as to how a food should taste or what you should be trying.
Okay.
Earlier when we started the business, it was still difficult because people still preferred, like if they're going to a bar or a pub, they still preferred their own chakna, the same peanut masala. So it was difficult for us. But now is the time when people know about things, when people
So it's
know
easier.
about food. Yeah. So it's a lot easier. Plus the licenses are easier.
Okay.
I think it's the perfect time to be in the business.
Wow, that's for something for entrepreneurs to watch out for. Really, it's a good time to start. Tanu, tell me, do you really think that it's important to have studied entrepreneurship to become one, or do you think one can learn on the job and still gain success?
See, to a certain extent, it's good to know the back end of the business, but this kind of business comes out of passion. So if you have a passion for food, you have passion for people around you, you have passion to learn, then the job is easy for you.
Okay.
You don't really need to be an entrepreneur pre-hand, or you don't have to learn to be an entrepreneur to be on the field in this industry.
So how tough was it for you and women?
Initially it wasn't. There were a lot of people who tried telling us, it just looks glamorous, you shouldn't get into it. There were a lot of people from the industry who told us that.
Okay.
That, it's a tough job, you'll lose out soon. But we were driven to do this, so it wasn't too difficult. Once I know you know what you want to do, then it's easy for you, I think.
Wow, that's really some motivation and passion, I must say. So, do you think it's important for an entrepreneur? Are you sort of generally going to succeed if you? Is it hard work? Is it luck? Is it passion? Is it knowledge, skills, or is it a combination of these that really
I
makes
think
you
it's
successful?
combination of all. See, it does start with passion because that's what drives you. Then comes hard work. Knowledge is something you gain on the job,
Okay.
and luck has to support you to do all of this.
Oh, nice. That's so well said, I must say.
Thank you.
So obviously, all of these are needed
Yes.
in some. Measure
Yeah, the
or
percentage,
other
yeah,
differs, of
might
course.
differ, yes.
Yeah, if you get luckier, I'm sure nobody's complaining.
I agree.
If you were to give tips to people who are sort of stepping into this business, what are 3 top things that you would ask them to watch out for
To watch out for.
or be careful about?
See, there's nothing much to be careful about. It's the first thing is that you have to have confidence in yourself or something that you're planning to do. If you
Okay.
believe in yourself, then there's nothing difficult for you. The second thing that you should look for a business is you have to do a proper market study. You can't just go by what others are doing. So there's no me too in this business.
Sure, absolutely.
The
absolutely.
third thing that you have to, when you're starting this business, the third thing that you should consider while doing this is whether there are enough people supporting you. I think that support is very important.
Okay.
If it wasn't my family supporting me, my friends supporting me, the team that I hired supporting me, or the good people that I have in my team, I think we wouldn't have done this, at least till this far. So, yeah. So I think that's what.
Looking back, would you have done anything differently by way of running the TLD?
No, I think
Any regrets? Anything you do differently? Anything you'd like to change?
no, I think we are pretty happy the way it turned out for us. The only thing I think would have added to our benefit was if I had studied hotel management before, it
Okay.
had been easier for us there, or Bhuvan had studied this, the journey would have been easier. But otherwise, I think we are happy with the whole.
you're running it.
Yes.
And have you sort of clearly demarcated roles for yourself and Bhuvan so that there are no overlaps and sort of you
Oh yes,
pull in
of
your
course.
strengths?
It's very important. So as I told you, we all work here as a team.
Of course.
I'm the one who looks into the whole kitchen admin finance part of it.
Okay.
Bhuvan is the one who looks into the whole team management, meeting the vendors, doing deals and taking care of the guest part of it. And then my husband also, who's not a part of the team, but he still is the support. So he is more of our legal and financial consultant.
Okay.
So we all work as a team here, but we have divided or bifurcated our roles here.
Okay. So how would you define success, Tanu, since this brand has become so successful? It's almost synonymous with when young people want to go out and have a good time. Come, let's go to TLD. That's a top of the mind recall. So, you've achieved a lot in these 5.5 years. So, what does success mean to you?
It means a lot. I think this is what we planned to do when we started this. And we are very happy, very glad that it turned out to be such a success. And people, I would not say people are copying it, but there are a lot of people getting inspired by it and opening similar models.
Okay.
That's something not that we get worried about, but we're proud of the fact that people are
course.
trying to
Yes.
do something similar.
Definitely. And how would you define success? What does success really mean to you as a human being? Is it money? Is it
No.
fame? Is it a
For
combination
us,
of all
when
of
we
that?
started this business, it wasn't about the money. It was about doing something that we want to do. And I think we are very, now when I have to define success in this manner, is the satisfaction that my staff has by working here, is the satisfaction that a guest, whenever he visits TLD, goes back with a happy face. That's satisfaction. It's the satisfaction that I and Bhuvan, when we come here every day, we don't go back home crying, oh my God, what happened today? We should have done this differently. We should have done that differently.
Okay.
It's the satisfaction of going home and sleeping well after a long day here.
I think your happy face says it all, Tanu. You look so happy and sort of charged when you're sitting here, and the vibes. So I'm absolutely sure I believe every word of what you say.
Oh, thank
that you both of you love being here. So that was Tanu Narang telling us briefly about what success means to her, how she and her brother Bhuvan have run this brand TLD and are obviously geared to take it ahead. If you enjoy watching Mini's Food Fundas, do subscribe to my channel.
much.